What's going on, you guys? Today we are taking a look at FanProject Function X-02 Quadruple U. It's not Weirdwolf. I gotta say, this figure is pretty freaking awesome. I'll give you some up-close shots here in just a second, but overall, the overall look of this guy and just the feel of the figure is phenomenal. I'm gonna tell you right now that FanProject continues to impress me with the quality and the just sheer awesomeness that the figures that they are producing. As I said, the overall look of the guy is spot on. I think the coloring is a little bit off in the green here that we have for the arms and other spots. But, you know, I don't mind it. I really like the yellow and just the overall look of the figure. Now, there are multiple points of articulation on this figure, but there are also multiple mounting points that you could store his blade. As, like the original G1 figure of Weirdwolf, this figure has a blade that forms the tail in beast mode. And he has 4 different ports that you could plug it in on. 2 on the hips, and believe it or not, 2 on the shoulders, which is a little weird. Flipping out those ports that are on the shoulders and on the hips is probably the hardest thing to do on this figure. You really got to get your nail in there and use a little bit of force there. Now, the sword itself is really, really big and really cool, but it does split open so you can fold or get the little pin here into the spot where you're going to plug the sword in, like so. So then you can have it hanging off the side. I kind of wish I had 2 swords for this guy so you can get a cool, just multi-sword look. I'm wondering if FanProject is going to sell those things separately. That would be a good idea in my opinion. Overall, the detailing on the figure is excellent, and they really went out of their way to make a really nice mold here for Quadruple U. I still call him not Weirdwolf, but hey, that's just me. Plus, the thing that I absolutely adore is this head sculpt. I love this head sculpt, plain and simple. It just works for me. Now, some people might not like it, but the red visor, the gray with black highlights, yeah, they're cheating a little bit using black, but the molding on the head sculpt is just wonderful. I'm so impressed with this figure. Yeah, he could use a little bit more paint apps here and there, but overall, I think the robot mode is phenomenal. Like Function X1 before him, the head just slides right off. You got this nice little hole here that can be flipped around if you so choose. And, the posability of the head is really nice as well. It just kind of moves side to side. Posability in the arms, there are ball joints, though they are a little bit limited in the shoulders. There are a bunch of swivels here, 1 swivel above the elbow, then a 90-degree or about 90-degree bend at the elbow. Then at the forearm there is a swivel, and the thumb moves with the hand moving in and out for part of the transformation. He does have torso articulation as part of the transformation, ball joint in the hip, swivel just underneath that, and a really nice knee articulation over 90 degrees. And then his foot is on a ball joint, so you've got some good articulation there, and these nice big heels. So you can get some decent poses out of this guy. I find putting the sword in to be a little bit difficult, but instead of just sliding it straight in, I like to bring it in from the side and just snap it into place and then fold the hand up. So yeah, he can hold it just fine, no problems with him dropping it, but a little bit of pressure will make the sword pop out. Just be wary of that if you do get a hold of this figure, and it does move easily within the snaps inside his hands. Again, taking a close look at the head, you can see the sculpt is very nice indeed. And then for transformation, you turn the figure kind of upside down. What you do is you lift the visor up, so there's the front of the head, and then you push it down along this little slider, and then you fold the legs for hips down and fold the legs out, and here is his little Headmaster dude. Little Headmaster dude is pretty cool. Not the most detailed figure on the planet, but the paint application is done very well, and overall, a very nice little Headmaster. Transformation for the body is really interesting. Now, the directions start with the legs, but I'm actually going to start with the upper torso because that's where the bulk of the transformation happens. typical, well, I don't want to say typical Cheetor transformation, as more happens with the legs than you might initially think. So first off, I like to just straighten out the little head port, but you don't really have to. So for that body, what we're going to do is first take the chest plate and fold that up, then come to the head and kind of push it up a little bit. Take this back plate piece right here and not push it into the body, but you want to fold it out away from the body. And sorry if you hear a beeping. One of my neighbor's car alarms is going bananas. Then for the rest of the body, what we're going to do is take the sides here and actually fold them back. But me being an idiot, I just realized that you can't do the rest of the torso transformation until you do the leg transformation. Sorry about that, guys. That's just me being stupid. So take the legs here, and what we're going to do is unpeg the wolf legs from the shins and then flip the wolf legs 180 degrees vertically, like that. Then take the legs and take the outside of the knees and fold the one knee forward and fold the other knee back, and then twist the entire leg unit around so the outside of the thigh is pointing towards the front of the figure, or robot mode, and then twist the legs around 180. And the legs will sandwich together. So now that we got the legs opened up like this, what we want to do is make sure that the legs are twisted in such a way that the feet are actually pointing up from where the wolf mode is going to be. And then we take the sword and drop it into the inside of the knee, bring the another knee over and bring that on top and just sandwich those together. Then fold the wolf legs down like so. And you want to make sure that the robot feet are pointing up. Now we could come back to the wolf head. And the reason I couldn't do this before, so flip the chest up, flip the bottom backpack up, is because if I did the wolf head before, the hips would have gotten in the way. So take the wolf head and fold that forward, then take the whole chest area and fold that back along the body of the robot mode, or the body of the wolf mode, and then sandwich the chest pieces, which collapse down, back onto this part here where the hips are. And you take the legs and flip up, turn them, and then flip up the thumbs. So turn them so that the thumbs are pointing to the back of the wolf, and then just fold up them like that. And we open up this compartment here, and we could drop his little Headmaster unit in. And what I like to do for the Headmaster unit is actually kind of, sort of, mistransform them a little bit and then push the legs as far up as they will go. And that will allow the legs to drop down. Oh, and you need to keep the arms straight, because he's not going to go in if you have the arms pointing forward. Get him in there until he snaps into place. And you can, fold up the covers like so. And here we have the wolf mode. I think the wolf mode is really nice. Is it perfect? No, I think there could be some more articulation, especially in the back legs, but for the engineering that FanProject has done, it is really nice. And it looks like it's supposed to be a wolf. And you've got two distinct modes where only a little bit of wolf kibble comes off in the robot mode. It's a very, very nice wolf mode. Articulation is good. There are several points of articulation. The head is articulated, so you do have some up and down movement. Mouth is articulated. Then the same articulation you had in the arms in robot mode are found in the wolf body, or wolf front arms, or front legs. Little bit of torso articulation. Hips, ball joint, that swivel joint, and then a ball joint there at the first knee or second knee, and then the feet do move. So overall, a fantastic wolf mode. Overall, Quadruple U is a great, great third-party figure. So happy I was able to pick him up. Picked him up from BigBadToyStore.com, and as of this recording, they still have plenty in stock, so I suggest you pick it up if you can. It is not a cheap figure. It's around 60 to 70 bucks, so it's definitely not cheap, but if you liked Function X1, you are going to love Function X2. For the life of me, Function X1, I can't remember the name, but not Chrome Dome was who he was. I am super stoked for the rest of these guys. I cannot wait to get my hands on, what is it, Red Robin, I think is what it is. Oh, ball joint popped. Yeah, I never pop ball joints. Me? No, never. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the rest of these guys. I'm digging these not Headmasters. Just absolutely cannot wait to get more of these guys. So if you can, I strongly recommend picking this one up. If you can't, see if you can put it on layaway or wait. I'm sure there'll be sales at some point where you'll be able to get it. I don't know if FanProject Core is going to be releasing these guys. I haven't seen it on their website, but again, if you can get a hold of it, I highly recommend him. Now, the original Function X1 figure, not Chrome Dome, has his own charms. If you did not like him, you probably will not like Quadruple U. But then again, you might be a bad person. So guys, this has been Spade of the Baltmatrix taking a look at FanProject Function X2 Quadruple U. I highly recommend picking it up, and I will catch you next time.